Family, how's it going, y'all? It's Friday. We made it to the end of another full week. What y'all got going on for the weekend? Y'all let us know what y'all got going. I want to know what's going on with everybody for the weekend. What's y'all plans this weekend? I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do this weekend. So y'all, we about to get into the show, but I want to know what y'all are going to do this weekend. Lunch and news with DotSale. Let's get into it. Yeah. We got another full one in the books. We didn't miss a day last week. We didn't miss one this week. Because failure is not an option, and consistency is key. We gotta talk about some things. The iPhone 17 came out. Y'all excited? Y'all said inflation's out here kicking y'all ass? All right, we're gonna figure it all out. Because we absolutely gotta talk about this. We have got to talk about it, family. The one thing everybody is always concerned with, and it seems like a hot topic, is their coin. And they're trying to find a way to make their money go farther than it has in the past. In the past, you could get things very cheap. I remember when cell phones used to be very cheap, actually. The cell phone was cheap. Like when they first started to put out, so it went through kind of a couple different periods. It actually was like really expensive at one point. But then the phone companies realized that they could actually just make you pay more for the service. So we went through this period where it was like you had to pay per text message. You had to pay packages of minutes. And your cell phone bill, if you got like roaming fees and you're calling long distance and all that, your cell phone bill could be in the thousands for 1 month. And then T-Mobile had like these different programs where they would have like your 5 favorites, so you can talk to them basically unlimited. It doesn't count towards your minutes usage or anything like that, and you can put like 5 favorites in there. Anybody remember the Fave Fives? I think it was called Fave Fives or 5 favorites, something like that. T-Mobile. Some of y'all remember, and they had that. And so we went through all these different phases with the industry that is cellular service. And then iPhone came out kind of around the same time BlackBerry was starting to take a decline. And they had an exclusive deal with AT&T for, I think, like their first 4 releases, maybe a little bit after that. And the iPhone was relatively cheaply priced. It was priced at a number that was very easy for most people to acquire. The problem started to become is that AT&T was gouging you for your service. So you had to pay a whole bunch of money for the service. And then you ended up kind of at the same situation no matter how you looked at it, right? You get the phone cheap, you pay $1 million for the service. Then after that, the market started to open up in different ways where other carriers were able to get the iPhone. It wasn't exclusively under AT&T. So then they had to start to pivot and make different decisions on how they could get money out of the consumer. And after that, you started to see the shift from the cell phone bill starting to become cheaper to the point where you can get pretty reliable cell phone service at this point for like $20. I mean, it's not going to be great. You're going to get a lot of outages and different things like that. You might go into your parking garage and all of a sudden you can't get a signal anymore. But the option is there. The option is absolutely there. But then what happened was that shift started to change where they're like, all right, we're going to give unlimited everything for anywhere from $20 to $150 a month, right? Depending on where you go. Places like Verizon and AT&T, you get their unlimited service. A truly unlimited service, you're probably going to be paying like $100 a line. But that's pretty much the maximum you're going to get to, right? Unless you're adding on like hotspot and stuff. So we had all this happen. And then they said, you know what? They're not paying us enough in the cell phone pay, the service payments. Let's figure out a way to get them to start paying more for the device. So that's when we got into the era, and this is the era that we're in now, where it started to creep up, where the device prices started to go up a lot, right? And now we're at a time where your iPhones, your OnePluses, your Samsung Galaxy S's are all, if you want to get the flagships or even some of the top models, you're looking at anywhere from probably starting at about 1,200 all the way up to like 3,000, depending on how much space you want on your phone, which I'll just give y'all something real quick because we always come up with solutions. Just get an external hard drive and opt out of getting a 2 terabyte phone. It's usually not going to help you unless you're using your phone to create content. Most people are not. So in that case, pretty much a day's work of using your phone at max is going to take 128 to 256, somewhere in there. So you're basically good at 256. And then when your phone starts to get full, you got a 4 terabyte drive that you paid probably somewhere between $100 to $200, and you can just put that over there. You got it on your computer. It's already there. It's on your hard drive, and you can save thousands of dollars not going ahead and paying $3,000 for the highest price iPhone. And so, you know, getting into it, it goes into another conversation where they got us to start paying for our phones monthly because they're so expensive. So you went from paying basically your cell phone service monthly only to now you're paying for your cell phone monthly. So now you have both of them, right? Now you're paying monthly for your cell phone, where usually you'd be able to just buy it outright and then all you gotta do is worry about your cell phone bill. Now they have you locked in because you owe $1,500 still on your iPhone 16, 15. So what they do is they start to do something that happens with vehicles when you trade your vehicle in. And a lot of times you'll see people that are upside down on their vehicle loan because their vehicle costs less than what you can sell it for, right? So you'll go into the dealership and the dealership will say, hey, you know, we can give you $5,000 for your vehicle, but you owe $10,000 on your vehicle. So what we'll do is we'll just roll that. We're gonna roll that into your actual. We're gonna roll that into your new loan. So now you buy a car that is $30,000, and they're gonna throw that extra $5,000 on there, and they're gonna underpay you for your trade-in, and now you just added more debt onto yourself at more interest, and the cycle continues. And you're seeing the same thing with phones, as far as they always want you to trade in your phone, not because they're technically trying to help you, although every once in a while they give you some good deals, but usually it's in their benefit. They're never really trying to help the consumer out. They just want to see them stock prices go up. So just a quick idea of what we're dealing with as far as the phones. And this is with the iPhone 17 being released today. I think it's a good conversation to have to better understand a little bit of the history of how we got here. Now, we got the other side of it, where inflation is something that is always on people's minds and they're constantly complaining about it, but they're doing contradictory. They're contradicting, something like that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And now they're complaining about that, but at the same time continuing to put themselves in debt to have the latest technology that really doesn't do anything different than at least the 2 or 3 previous generations. And I would probably go farther than that. So that's where we're at right now. But after all this, we still got to eat. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get into our meal today, and then we're going to get into this whole iPhone 17 situation, a whole inflation situation, and we're going to build that up into what we have as far as the release today and the craziness that we're seeing go on with the iPhone 17, to the point where people are fighting in line just to be the first one to get their grubby fingers on it. Let's eat first, though. We got to eat first. What do we got on the menu? What do we have on the menu? Let's go to it. Pizza quesadillas. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. It's Friday. We're gonna chill today. It's Friday. We're gonna have some a little more, heavy on the stomach, heavy on us, but we gotta have some fun with it. So we got a lot of different options as far as the chicken, or as far as the pizza quesadillas. I don't know when I think quesadillas, I think like chicken quesadillas, but this is pizza quesadillas. It's very unique in the fact that it's not necessarily Mexican food, right? But it's kind of like a mix of Italian and Mexican food, I guess, because you're throwing a tortilla in there, but you have all the ingredients of a pizza on it, and it's actually fun to make. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of these pictures, but now we're going to have somebody show us how to make it. I actually looked at a few different options, but I like this guy. He has a very, it feels like his content is like very homely, not homely as in not looking good, but homely as in like you're just at home and you're just kind of chilling, and there's nothing extravagant going on, no fancy kitchen or anything like that. It's just something that we can all do, and this is very simple to do. You can substitute any of these items out. As far as the cheese, you can go with the plant-based mozzarella. You can go with the pepperoni, plenty of options for plant-based pepperoni. Very good, actually, if you ask me, but that's my personal choice. And then even with the Parmesan, you can go plant-based on that as well. So you can make this whole situation vegan if you'd like to, and swap out the butter as well for something like earth butter. So we got all those options. Let's let him get us into our meal. See what we got. Everyday BBQ and Cooking is the channel name.
Everyday Barbecue. My name is Mike, and this is my usual lovely co-host Leah. And
we definitely wanted to highlight this one too because he has his daughter cooking, and this definitely seems like a meal that you would make with your kids. If you got kids, this is something that you want to get them involved with. 100%. Very fun.
We're going to show you how to do pizza quesadillas.
Subscribe to him.
Out on the Blackstone griddle.
Everyday BBQ and Cooking is his
so I just want to go over
channel name. 74,000 subscribers as of now.
Here, any brand will do. I've got some, that's right, babe. I've got some Parmesan cheese. I've got a little bit of Italian seasoning. We've got some spray butter, pepperoni here. We've got some regular tomato sauce here. And what I've done is I put a little bit of this Parmesan cheese and Italian seasoning in there and mixed it up. And yep. Here's our mixture of white cheeses. This is primarily mozzarella, but we also have a little bit of Parmesan in there to go with it, some shredded parm. So
very simple.
Just hang in there. We're going to build one. We're going to start by
like it. This is something I could cook.
Ladling some of this tomato sauce here, just like you would if you were going to make a pizza. And we try to want to get it around close to the edges. I try not to go too close because I don't want a lot of that to overflow. It's going to create a little bit of mess for me to clean up on the griddle. So we're going to just go a little bit more here.
Spread it around.
All right, looks good. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of cheese here. And I say a little bit, but I'm going to go in with a lot of cheese because we like cheese around here. Let's get a little bit more in there.
All right. Got a nice coating of cheese on there.
All right, now we're ready to add some pepperonis here.
We got the pepperoni on there.
As little as you like.
Look like he's throwing some Parmesan on there. Okay.
Get these out on the griddle. We'll be back, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. Stay tuned.
Oh, wow. You're going to go throw them on the griddle? See how that works out.
All right, I've got the Blackstone griddle cooking.
Like he went over on his four-season porch, possibly. And he's got the griddle out there.
I've just preheated this on a medium heat because I've made the mistake in the beginning when I first got this of preheating it too high. And if you're making certain foods like these quesadillas or grilled cheese, you're just going to instantly burn the outside of that. So what we're really trying to do here is just get a nice crust on the outside, but we don't want to burn it. When I make these quesadillas, I use this spray butter. So the first thing I'm going to do...
All right, he's coating the pan, spray butter.
Okay, now I just checked.
Okay.
One way you can tell, too, is the tops of these will start to fold upward.
Uh-huh.
And you can also peel that up and you'll see the melted cheese.
Oh yeah, that's cooking
ready,
nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull these. We're gonna get them inside, cut them up, take some.
How do y'all cut your pizza? I like my pizza square cut. I like them. I used to like, I square cut them now. I know some of the middle pieces be a little difficult though, but I like them square cut. You can't go wrong with the regular cut though. That's classic. You can never go wrong with the original.
Try.
So then you're not putting the sauce on the in the quesadilla. You're gonna dip it. Okay.
Dip that in there.
But he coated it with sauce already, so he's just going double sauce. And I can rock with that because I'm definitely of the
These turned out better.
of the having my food like be, you know.
These are fantastic.
I don't like it when I don't like dry food.
Like this video.
And where the kid go?
Here, go ahead and give one
Bro,
a try.
where the kid go? Come on, bro. Where the kid? You ain't. The kid should have got she should have got the first bite. He forgot all about her. He said, "Yo, let me." He gonna hook her up later.
Right.
He gonna hook her up later.
I'm just gonna dip that in there.
He got the great father vibes though. He looked like a really fun dad. He looked like he'll take you four-wheeling and motorbiking and take you to the pool, go hiking, flying kites. Yeah. He gonna come to all the events at school, soccer games. Yeah, shout out to him. Everyday BBQ and cooking. Go ahead and subscribe to him. And you can let him know DotSale sent you. I love the quesadilla pizza. Yeah. 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 I think it's really fun. I thought it was fun for Friday. We try to have a little more fun on Fridays. We try not to really get into more of the negative. Oh, let me go off. Let's go back to color. We try not to get into a lot of the negative stuff, like the really deep, depressing stories that we got to cover sometimes. On Fridays, we try to be a little more lighthearted. And, you know, this was a really fun one. So, you know, before we get into it, as far as what we got going on with the launch of the iPhone 17. Do y'all got who's got the iPhone 17 right now? Does anybody got the iPhone 17 yet? That's in the stream. Because a lot of people got it. A lot of people went out and we're about to see it soon. But first, we're just gonna get into some of the other side before because we gotta. One thing that we always do, Lunch and News with DotSale, is we're always balanced, right? We always look at both sides. We're not gonna ever be. I mean, we do have our strong stances because it's family over everything, right? That's how we look at it. But we got to be objective with the way that we view things. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go through a series of TikTok videos where people are talking about inflation. Now, I want you to notice one thing when we look at these videos is, well, we'll see if you can uncover it. I'll give you a hint. It's what they're looking into. That'll be the hint. Let's go into the first one real quick. Let's see what we got.
Anyone can leave their house and then look around and be like, things are great again. Because every single time I go to a store, I leave wanting to crash out. I went to go get coffee. Tell me why the canisters of coffee that used to cost like $6, maybe $7 are $20 now. $20. So if you worked at a minimum wage job, you would have to work for 3 hours before you could afford to buy a canister of coffee. Mm-hmm. Coffee. A 12-pack of soda of any...
We did talk about coffee prices. They have confirmed that coffee prices have went up 20.9% since this time last year. So she's not lying, but I mean, what she described was much more of a percentage than that, but that it has gone up significantly.
Flavor, every variety is now $8 to $9 for a 12-pack of soda. This, which I ended up getting, was $3.50. $3.50 for this. These were like 90 cents to $1.
And it could still cost 90 cents to $1. Just make your own soda. And the reason I say that, and I would actually say that it's probably a good thing that soda went up because it's terrible for you. It could possibly arguably be one of the worst things that you can drink. I mean, anything in moderation is usually okay. So, you know, you want to have some soda here and there, but buying it by the 24 packs and going through it, I don't even want to tell y'all, but if you look up a guy that had, he drank Coca-Cola every day, like for years straight, and he had kidney stones. They were like this big, like destroyed his body. Luckily they were able to save him. And, you know, but that was part of it from soda.
I was like, am I crazy? So I started looking up my Walmart order history to see, like, am I way off about this? No. Because 2 years ago, the same coffee that I just looked at right now that cost $20 was $6.99 for the same exact brand. If all of the rest of you would stop pretending that this is normal and just open your mouth and be like, hey, this is not what I thought it was, this could stop. But instead, we have a whole bunch of you who are willingly going to the store and being broke when they leave. But you're...
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. What do you mean?
When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Bro, what is she talking about? You literally just got done. Did we not just see what she just said? Hold on, where's it at?
$20.
Now we're gonna pull it back.
Which I ended up getting.
She advertising for Sprite right now, telling us stop going to the store and buying things we don't need because we're gonna be broke. But she spent $4 probably after tax to get sugar water, carbonated sugar water, high fructose corn syrup galore, and continue to drink it. And then she has the nerve within the same video, not even a separate video, to where maybe perspectives changed over time within her life, says that we're the ones making bad decisions while you literally are showing us the bad decisions in 4K. It's crazy. I wonder what kind of phone she's using to record this. You know what? We got so many to get to. Let's just move on to the next one. This is crazy.
This may be a stupid ass question, but at what point do we experience deflation? Because I need to know at what point do the prices go back down. And don't get me wrong, I can afford my life, but there's no reason why I go to the grocery store and buy 5 items and it's $75. Like,
there's a reason for it.
At what point does it go back down? Like, economic forecasters, I need y'all in the comments. Like, I need a prediction because this is...
I got you. Me as an unprofessional economic forecaster, I'm going to tell you one thing that I'm 100% sure about. The prices is not going down ever. They're only going to go up. That's it. They're not going down, period. That's your simple answer. If I was ChatGTP and you said, can you give me a one-word answer? This is the answer. Up. Let's move on. This is crazy.
Welcome to shit that just don't make sense spending money on. Walmart edition part one. First thing up, these little ass cups of hamburger helper. Why would I pay you $2.24 when I can go to the back and get a box for $1.25? Make it make sense. Next up is your favorite Uncrustables. You get a 10-pack for $10.46. Now, why would I pay that when I can buy a loaf of bread, peanut butter, and jelly and get twice as much of a sandwich because you know that shit halfway gone? Nope, not gonna happen. Now, somebody please explain to me when bleach, great value bleach, went up to damn near $6. Like, what the fuck, man? Y'all playing. Now I can get the same thing for the same price with a smaller amount with the label. I cannot hesitate, so I gotta get the bleach. But we ain't gonna get the big one. We gonna get the reasonable one.
Which a lot of times, if you get the bigger one, you actually save money on that because buying in bulk is where you're going to save the majority of your money. You probably paid more per ounce by getting a smaller bottle. I'm almost positive you did. Do we even have the numbers on it?
We gonna get the reasonable one.
Can we see it? Let's see. 5.2. Looks like 5.2. Let's see what the other one said.
For the same price, with a smaller amount.
5.2. That actually might be more. Is that the same one? I can't see that exactly. Hold on, let me see if we can zoom in real quick. Let's see if we can zoom in.
With the label, I cannot hesitate.
7.4, 4 point. Okay, no, that one. Okay, 4.7 right there.
Say so, I gotta get the bleach, but we ain't gonna get the big one. We gonna get the reasonable one.
Yeah, that one was more. Did y'all catch it? It was 4.7
We ain't gonna get
per
the big
fluid
one. We ain't gonna
ounce.
get the big one. We gonna get the reading for the same
4.7. Watch it. Got it
a
right
smaller
here.
amount with the label. I cannot hesitate, so I gotta get the bleach, but we ain't gonna get the big one.
Yep.
We
And then that
gonna get the
one,
reasonable one.
that one 5.2. So she actually lost money by buying a smaller one. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. This is basics that we all should be able to learn. Usually our parents should teach us things like this. And if you look at it from a compound perspective, because she's going to end up buying bleach again in the future, she's actually losing a significant amount of money over time. It could get into the hundreds of dollars just on bleach alone over a lifetime. Probably not that much, but somewhere around there. It's insane.
Oh, and I gotta take a deep breath with this one because this really pisses me off. Since when did orange juice? And look at this little bitty. This ain't even a fucking gallon. $7.64. But if you want a name brand, clearly it's half the size. Bitch, I'm going to Produce and get me some oranges. I squeeze some shits myself. Okay, so clearly.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm hurt about that one. I love orange juice. I'm an orange juice connoisseur, and that one hurts. I ain't gonna lie, that hurts. I'll take a look. The orange juice prices is insane, man. We got to go holler at who's in Florida. Is it DeSantis? Where's our oranges coming from? Is it Florida? Yo, hook us up one time, DeSantis. Look out for us.
These are the biggest scam ever. Now, if you know me, back in the day, these used to be $1. Now you telling me I get half the price for $1 or half the can?
Yeah,
Regular price $4.92. Just
I'm gonna have a little less sympathy for people that are buying ramen noodle Funyuns. I mean, just bruh, like, what are we doing with ramen noodle?
Bye. Have a great time.
Let's go on to the next one. We got a lot to get through. We still building up to the iPhone 17. We're gonna get there.
Why is one price marked out and a new price put on there? I don't understand.
That is crazy.
It's the exact same way. The old price is marked out because it says
The dollar store ain't a dollar no more. That looked like the dollar store. Yeah, you can see where it says fall up there in the corner. Right up here in the corner right here. We'll zoom it in real quick. Right up here. It says $1 right there. Up in the corner. Yeah, the dollar store is no longer $1. That's what we know. It doesn't exist anymore. Let's see what else we got. I can keep going.
All right, you guys.
I got about 50
so
of
you
these,
tell
but we ain't
me
gonna go through all of them.
if you think inflation's getting crazy, okay? This is not the time to be asking anybody to do anything for free. Everything costs money. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I got at Walmart this morning. I got this insulated food jar for my daughter to take hot lunch to school. This was $21. I just went through the clearance aisle. She's been wanting some of these forever. $3. Okay, whatever, not bad.
Adds up.
Off-brand Equate dry shampoo, okay? Ground beef. Not even the good kind, you know?
What percentage is that ground beef? That don't look like the high percentage. That ain't organic or nothing. Like, you got to at least quality over quantity.
And then I got this. This was like $1.97 just so I could write recipes on the fridge.
And you probably ain't even going to use it. You bought that just not to use it. I'm going to say it's about an 85% chance that she ain't going to use whatever that dry erase board was.
$65 for this. And the little board. This. That's all I got. $65.
The hell she just do?
I don't know what to say.
What was
anymore.
that?
I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. If you're
I got on
surviving, tell me
Dolce
how. If you know how to keep
cologne
on,
right
tell me
now.
how. If you have
If you could smell the studio right now, it's so warm and inviting and so elegant in here with the Dolce.
tips for making it in this economy,
Y'all want to see it? I'll show
give
it
me
to
some
you.
tips. I'll take any tips. Any tips. I don't know. Is this not just outrageous? Hamburger meat's almost $7 a pound. Can't even afford to make beef tacos. Okay, that used to be like a little cheap meal. No, we might.
You don't need the beef though. Just make them vegetable tacos. Yeah, we got the dolce right here. You know, so when I'm smelling all in here, I'm just smelling like it's wonderful. This is very, very good. You get the Dolce K. It got the crown right here. It got the crown as far as the top. A lot of detail in the crown. You know, I recommend it. For the guys, I recommend it. All right, let's see what else we got. I think we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna do one more.
All right, you guys.
Because this
So
is
you
getting out
tell
of hand.
me
We'll go one more.
if you think
We'll
inflation's
go one more. I got like 10 more, but we got to move on.
I'm in a fucking mood, so I'm just gonna say this real quick. Remember back in November when a bunch of
Oh, real quick. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna close some of these. We gotta get this energy out of our lives. All right, let's close all that. No, we're gonna get to that in
you
a
voted
second.
for Trump and you were like, we want cheaper groceries.
All right, let's give her time.
I'm in a fucking mood, so I'm just gonna say this real quick. Remember back in November when a bunch of you voted for Trump and you were like, we want cheaper groceries. Yeah. I just spent $150 and I basically got nothing. Like, literally, even the girl ringing up my groceries was like, damn. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but you guys voted for this? Where is that? Please tell me, because that was supposed to be the only good thing to come out of his presidency, and it's still not happened. So...
Let's run it back real quick.
Girl ringing up my groceries was like, damn. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but you guys voted for this? Where is that? Please tell me, because that was supposed to be the only good thing to...
So, as we transition into the next part of this, we're gonna go through. Well, we'll go through two transitions. For now, we're gonna talk about what she's actually recording herself complaining on. Okay, more than likely, the numbers would say that she's using an iPhone of some sort. Might not be the 7. Actually, it couldn't be the 17, but she could have the 17 on the way, and we're gonna see that as we continue to move on. But when you continue to upgrade your phone every year, but then you're also simultaneously complaining about the prices of food, then it starts to put into your mindset, well, what's more important, that you eat or that you have your phone so you can complain on the internet about the prices of everything? Now, possibly could Trump's tariff had hurt the cost of goods coming into America as far as what we're using with our phones are usually made overseas, which is a big problem that we should probably start to get more manufacturing in the United States of America, which would pretty much lower the cost of everything. It should, unless there's some corruption going on. But, with the tariffs, it's definitely going to get worse before it gets better, if it ever gets better. But the direction there, if the intentions are true, we'll probably have to live through this for a longer time of higher prices. But that's not really the big issue. I don't really think it's an income problem. And most of the time it's not. It's a spending problem and a choice problem. We're going to go into this real quick before we get into the actual iPhone release and fools fighting just to get their hands on the iPhone first. Let's go into the stock price of Apple and see what we have going on, because we've heard nobody talk about this whatsoever. So we will look into Apple right now. Let's zoom in on their price. And let's understand that Apple today has went up 3%, a little over 3%. Oh, no, I take that back.
Judge my physical and mental, my physical as well as my mental fitness.
I got to get myself. It went up today. 8%. 8%. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, let's go back to 5 days. Went up 8%. Oh, damn near 9% over 5 days. Over the last month, 15%. 15% over the last month. And then over the last 6 months, 30%. We'll stop there because it just has continued to go up actually throughout its life cycle. Had you invested in iPhone had you invested in Apple around the release of the iPhone and you just put in a mere like $10 of the money that you've wasted on nonsense, you would have more than you put 5 digits in, you'd have well into the 6 figures, possibly the 7 figures at this point. Now, it's okay. Don't worry about that. There's always good decisions to be made moving forward, which is why we're a solution channel, not a complaining channel. So I would say this, if you haven't got the iPhone yet and you're thinking about it, I'll give you a little bit of game here that probably should be behind a paywall, but because y'all are family, I'm going to give it to you for free. So let's say you have enough money to buy the iPhone 17, which could cost you anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000. Well, if you were to just take that $1,500, right, and put it into Apple stock and then be a little bit more patient and not be waiting in line for hours, not going to work, taking work off, actually being at a net negative so you can get on a payment plan to pay off your iPhone, you could really just put that money into Apple stock and then I'll give you a figure of, let's say you put, I don't know, let's say the iPhone costs you $1,500. So just right here, just over the last 1 month, if you put $10,000 in, which, you know, possibly you have it, possibly you don't, but we'll just use that as a barometer. You put $10,000 into Apple stock a month ago in anticipation for you buying this phone. Many pre-ordered it long before it came out. Then that $10,000 would have netted you just over $1,500, meaning that you could have got the iPhone for free. But instead, this is what you get. I got to have it, the iPhone now. Inflation is killing me, but I needed the iPhone now. I got to have it, the iPhone now. I mean, iPhone. I need an iPhone. I got iPhone 16, but I want iPhone 17. I do whatever to get iPhone 17. I got to have it. Please. I got to be the first one with it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to take selfies. I don't even have a purpose to make money with iPhone. I'm just having fun, man. Can I have some fun? I know some people ain't going to like this, but I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. Where's... Oh. Hold on. What you say? You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny? I appreciate that. Focused energy. I appreciate that. I just try to have fun. I just try to help people out. And, you know, it's one of the things where it's like, you got to laugh through the pain sometimes because that's what we just got done experiencing. But there are a lot of happy people now because they got their hands on an iPhone. And we are going to look at them now and see what's going on. This is the highlight. This is the highlight of our show. I'm going to take this off. This is the highlight of our show. We're about to get into it right now. We're going to see the insanity that is for the iPhone 17. An iPhone that honestly is not much different than the past iPhones. If you have the 16, you're golden. I just want you to know that. Do not feel FOMO. Although I'm having fun with you right now, the redesign of the new iPhone is nothing to worry about. You're not missing much, all right, if anything. And honestly, when you're putting out these newer models, they usually come along with different types of issues that you have to deal with, like this one right here. Let's go to it. Apple iPhones on display. Show significant damage. This is the brand new iPhone here. All jacked up, cracked up, whacked up. So make sure you go ahead and order your case along with your phone. Don't even take it out the box till you got that. You got to take it directly out the box and set it directly in the case. All right. Directly out the box, right into the case. Or you could experience something like this. I mean, if you just toss it in your bag or your pocket and you got some change in there, your keys, all of a sudden your iPhone's looking like this. Oh, that is a sad sight to see. It's a sad sight to see. And we got a lot of people pointing this out early on. This guy right here said after seeing the pics of the scratches on the iPhone 17, I canceled my order. And he provides cancellation details here. Saved himself $1,499 for the 1 terabyte deep blue. Saved himself a little bit of money there. And more than likely has the 16. And, you know, he might have made the right decision there. And then we continue to go on and see, you know, more issues as far as the iPhone durability test not holding up. Now, a lot of people are just getting their hands on these, so we'll continue to see how it performs as more people get a hold of it and use it in daily use. Guys like MKBHD will review the phone, and he'll let you know a little bit more about it. Definitely a good source to go to. And we see here is some condensation within the camera lens. Now, this is what is going on as far as, we got it. Hold on, let me get to it. No, I don't want that one. I don't want this one. I don't want that one. I don't want this one. Do I want this one? Hold on. All right, let's go here. Let's go here real quick. Let's go to this one.
I've already gotten used to the smooth user experience of the Apple system, and I especially like the image quality of its photos. I feel it keeps things realistic. Once you get used to the iPhone, it's hard to go back to how Android takes pictures.
There's anti-Android propaganda. I use an Android phone personally. I use an Android phone.
Like pinch with 2 fingers or making a fist can really help people with physical disabilities. That's why I value the progress in accessibility features. As for AI, even though the related functions aren't available in mainland China yet, I believe that in the future, after negotiations, they'll be introduced here. I really look forward to that day.
Yeah, so we got that. Let's look at a few more people excited to get their new iPhone. He look like he can afford it. He got a Burberry shirt on. You see the Burberry collar right there. Then let's go on. Let's see a couple more people talking about their iPhone.
It's really good. There are a lot of new features. There's some new camera features that I'm excited for. There's Apple Intelligence also, which will be coming in iOS 18.1. There's the bigger screen size also. I'm excited for that. There's faster wireless charging and a lot more. I'm super.
He's excited for the bigger screen size and the faster wireless charging. Okay. This guy looks ecstatic. Let's see what he's got to say.
I got the 17 Pro Cosmic Orange 256 gig. It is a wonderful phone in the look and feel of it. किसी ने अगर doubt करे कि orange कैसा लग रहा है, please check it out. It's a beautiful copper bronze orange. wonderful, and I'm just waiting to just get it set up. Yeah, again, I think majority of the experiences जो यहाँ लोग आते हैं वो इसलिए आते हैं because of this community that Apple is building, and this community is what as kids we've seen growing up when we used to see the keynotes and see people stand in lines in US. To relive that experience in India is a dream come true. This is not my first time on this tour, to be honest. It was as crazy as it always is. The energy was there in people. That brand love for Apple is there, why people essentially choose this, not just privacy, the great features it offers, but also that core brand love that makes you connect with Apple as not just a device you're buying, but something part of your life. Yeah, काफी changes there. You've got better cameras.
Yeah, you got better cameras. They've explained nothing that's revolutionary enough for them to want to put themselves in harm's way like these fine people have done right here. Let's see what we got. This is for the iPhone 17. They gotta get the iPhone 17. Law and order, law and order. Don't nobody get hurt over the iPhone 7. Tim Cook over here like. Bro fighting with a dude in full military tactical gear and a whole Kevlar vest with an AR-15 strapped across it, with an AR-15 on him. And he fighting with this man to go get the iPhone. I don't think the iPhone gonna protect you from that AR or his sidearm. You know what's gonna happen to you, bruh? You know what's gonna happen to you? Huh? He gonna slap the hell out you and then he gonna... What's gonna happen? This is over the iPhone 17. And you see him right here. So we're gonna actually look at some more videos. And what we didn't see from any of those people talking is that, hey, yo, Apple, I appreciate you, bruh. I went ahead and invested in your stock and made about like $700-800. So I appreciate you going half with me on my new iPhone, bruh. None of them said that. They just wasted money, all of them. It's completely insane. The logical thought process of people is wild. But we're gonna look at these lines and have a little fun. Let's just enjoy the scenery real quick. Let's just enjoy the scenery. What do we got? No,
Life
that's not what we
meant to
want.
be this fucking hard.
We don't want that.
Life is not.
We don't want it. No more complaining. No more complaining about what's going on with inflation. We don't want to hear it. No.
I want to
no
know
more of
how
this.
people are surviving. Because if your electric...
No, let me get us right real quick. Let me get us right. Let me get us all the way right real quick. Let me see where we at. I got it. I think I got it right here. All right, let's go here. Let me see. This might be it. I told you.
I came to try to pick up the iPhone 17 early and look at this line.
I told y'all I had more inflation complaining videos. I had more people fighting over. Like, it's crazy right now, but we're going to just look at the ambiance that is waiting for the 17 hours waiting for the 10 hours waiting for the iPhone 17. I mean, this is completely, it's making me not even understand what's going on because the logic of it is just crazy to me. It's crazy.
The crap. Let's go to the front and show you the front POV. This is the line. It goes all the way down legit to the entrance. I don't know if you can tell all these people waiting in line. Look how far it goes, all the way back. Keep going. Still going, all the way back to the end of the line right here. If you have a pre-order, this is the line.
If you got a pre-order, this is the line.
It's not too bad, but still a line.
All right, let's keep going. I could just keep firing these off. In Florida. That's what they got going on in Florida. It's all around the world. We seen them over there, like, I don't know if that was India or Pakistan. I don't know what, but they was over there fighting, trying to take each other out. A lot calmer over here in the United States, but nonetheless, we still got the same result. They walking out with their iPhone 17 that has a little bit better battery life and faster wireless charging. That's what they're getting. For all of this, you getting a little bit. That's what he said. The guy that bought it said that. This is not me saying it. That's what he said he got. A slightly larger screen, which I don't even think is actually the case. I'm pretty sure the Max is the same size as the Max last year. Let's go right here. All right, we back across the country. We in Singapore now. Over in Singapore, they need it.
About 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you've been there since 4 o'clock. And just look at them. They just look at these fools walking in here excited so they can grab their phone and then subsequently just look at it and be like, all right, what new do I do with this that I couldn't do before? Let's see. I can transfer all my data. That's going to be a long, daunting, irritating process. Finding all my old passwords and re-uploading them and going through all the steps. And then I'm just going to doom scroll TikTok after that. Let's watch some more. Yep. Got Celebrity Row over here in NY. Hey, we got to get him real quick. We about to get out of here, y'all. We about to go into our positive story to leave out. Although I don't necessarily think this is that bad, but we got to highlight bro right here. We got to highlight bro right here.
Nani?
Bro, he look like he caught, bro. Hey, this dude right here definitely told his boss he's sick. He definitely had somebody print him up a fake slip from the doctor. He sent it over to his boss. He said, boss, I got a migraine. I can't see. It's coming out of both hands right now, Bob. I got DoorDash delivering me some soup over here. I can't make it into the office, Bob. Okay, you know, all right, Bob. I'm so sick. Boss. I can't make it. That's the look of wondering like who the hell's gonna see this video, bro. That is the look of who's gonna see this video and being extremely worried about the ramifications of what you're doing over there standing in the line to get the new iPhone 17 when you're supposed to be on call working. And here you are waiting for the iPhone 17. I mean, what we're seeing right now is completely insane. So it's something that we had to highlight. And I had a lot of fun doing this. It is Feel Good Friday. So it's like, we don't want to get into a lot of the really negative stories on Feel Good Friday. We don't want to talk about all the political stuff, all the demise that's happening around us at alarming rates, all the divisiveness that's within the United States. I mean, all of that. That's not what we want to talk about today. So we went a little bit more light because we want to go into the weekend on a positive note. And we are going to do that now on the highest note possible because we have to get into our positive story to end the day out. And this is going to close out our week of news coverage, lunch and news with DotSale. If you haven't so far, hit the like button most importantly, but then also you can subscribe. You can share this with people that you think might find this interesting. Maybe some people that you know have went out and stood in line for the iPhone and they feel justified or happy about their purchase, and you want to give them a little bit of balance to their thought process or maybe just irritate them a little bit, then, you know, you can send them over this way and they can get an opportunity to understand that they should have put a little money into Apple stock. But besides that, we are going to get into our final story. And we got to highlight this kid, man. We got to highlight this kid. We're going to go right over to him. We're going to get bro out of here. We don't want him to get caught by his employer, so let's go ahead and move on from him. Inspirational high school graduate. Let's get into the story. This one is great. This one is amazing. Shout out to this young man right here with a great smile. I mean, when I look at this kid below me right here, I absolutely see the type of people that I want to be leading the country at some point, and the type of people that when I get older and, you know, they begin to take over the reins, that, you know, they're there because it's important.
Michael Baker from Tequila, Georgia, performed a good deed after his high school graduation that has touched many.
So basically, after graduation, my mom and my grandmother, they wanted food. So I said, we just go to my job and I can get y'all a discount on the food. And it was only 3 employees in there and they was mad busy. So I was just like, I'm not doing anything. I can just stay and help y'all for a little bit.
Maria Mendoza was at the same graduation and watched her daughter Daisy get her diploma. Her family decided to get Burger King after the ceremony.
It was a lot of traffic, and it was probably already by almost 11 o'clock at night. So when I drove up into the Burger King, it was very, very busy. So I peeked in to see what was going on, and that's when I saw Michael. It impacted me so much because I'm like, I get to spend it with my daughter after her graduation, you know? Other kids go celebrate. Come on, 13 years of accomplishment. You get your high school diploma, and you go work. You know, I didn't expect that, but it really touched my heart a lot just by seeing him work there.
Maria recorded the video, uploaded it to TikTok, and didn't think anything of it.
Oh my gosh, and when I started reading the comments, they were saying, hey, how can we help him? What's his GoFundMe? What's his Cash App? And I was like, I told my daughter, I was like, hey, people are asking, how can they help him?
What I want to know, and we're going to get through it all. We got like another 2 minutes. I want to know if Burger King reached out to this young man and paid him for his time, or at least showed some type of good gesture towards him. At least a tweet sent out. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we got anything on Burger King appreciating their workers, even the ones that work for free.
It's going viral. She's like, Mom, do him a GoFundMe. So I did the GoFundMe, and I posted it again on TikTok, and it went viral again. I put a goal of $5,000 initially. It was $5,000.
She also contacted Burger King.
I go and talk to the manager.
Okay.
I was like, I need to know when he's coming to work. I'm like, his TikTok video has over 1 million views. I have $6,000 in a GoFundMe that people are donating to him.
Okay.
She's like, oh my God. She calls him mom and she's like, come now. This is life-changing.
So my manager, she had called me and said, I need you to come up to Burger King right now. It's urgent. It's a life-changing matter. Me and my GM, we were talking about me being promoted as a manager. So I thought it was that. But then when I got there and Miss Maria had showed me the TikTok, I was like, wow. But then when she showed me the GoFundMe, I was like, oh, whoa, like.
So I did a GoFundMe for you, and so far it has raised over $6,000. Over $6,000.
Michael, who only worked at the restaurant for a few months, was shocked by the donations he first received.
Like, nobody ever gave me $6,000, like, anything.
His GoFundMe is now at over $220,000.
Oh
so
my
I'm taking some of the money out to pay for.
Man, shout out to bro. Shout out to him, and shout out to everybody that donated to his GoFundMe. Incredible. This is absolutely incredible. And shout out to this young man right here.
Pay for my intuition, and the rest of the money is going to a trust fund for educational purposes. I was planning on taking a gap year, but now
I'm gonna help you out real quick though. Go ahead and throw a little bit in the Apple real quick, because the way these people is buying the iPhone 17, you go ahead and turn that 228,000 into maybe like 350 over a month or two. You ain't even gotta work. You just put it in the market. Go ahead and download Robinhood or something. Just throw it in there and let Apple work for you. Let all the people going to buy when you working at Burger King doing your thing. Let all the people standing in line not working to buy the iPhone 17 so they could be out $3,000. You can go ahead and turn that 230 into 350, and you deserve it.
now I'm actually going to Gwinnett Tech. I actually got accepted into Gwinnett Tech for automotive technology.
The Burger King Foundation also gifted him $10,000. They awarded Maria's daughter Daisy a scholarship for her future education as well.
When they
Shout out to Burger King
with a $10,000 scholarship.
Shout out to Burger King. All right, we were gonna be critical of Burger King if they didn't put that money in, but they did, so we'll give them their credit. And some might say 10,000 ain't enough. You're Burger King. They didn't have to give them nothing. Never complain when somebody's helping you. It's not what we do. We appreciate everything that we get because nobody owes us anything.
Scholarship. I was really, really happy for him. And then when he turned around, he looked at Daisy and he's like, "We got one for you too." Oh my goodness. I was not expecting anything in return from this. I had ugly tears that day. I was really, really surprised that they noticed my daughter as well. So I'm very thankful and blessed that that happened that day.
And shout out to her too. Like honestly, like it's all a group effort. You know, one of the things we talk about is we're better together than we are apart. And her gesture and her uploading that video definitely created all of this to happen. You know, it started out with this young man, and then other people started to become involved. And you see how good things can happen when we work together.
Now the one strangers are bonded for life.
Honestly, I'm very thankful for everybody that supported me, so donated to me, and also to Maria for setting the GoFundMe and doing the TikTok.
There's still good out there in the world, so I'm just happy that I came across Michael and now we're friends. I mean, I go to Burger King now, I'm like, "Hey, give me 5 Whoppers." No, just kidding.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindle.
He ain't got to give you a free one. He can afford to buy it for you. And, you know, my thing is this, right? I actually, you know, really look at stories like this and it really inspires me. And I hope it inspires y'all too, because these are great things. So shout out to Maria McKell, her daughter, you know, McKell's mother, everybody involved that was inspirational, you know, was helpful in all of this. And, you know, I just like to see it. I absolutely like to see it. Damn, that was quick. I feel like this show went fast. We're already in the weekend. Like, I'm gonna definitely miss y'all. But it was fun though. I think we had a really good show. What do y'all think? Now, let's go here. I think we accomplished it. I think we passed the mission. I think we passed the mission. But I gotta go. And it doesn't feel good. But it's something that has to happen. But I want to know what y'all got going on for the weekend. I do want to know. I got a lot to do today. We're gonna have some fun. I appreciate you, Focused Energy. I appreciate you, TK214. Y'all mean everything to me. Till next time.